Hello, beautiful people. We bring you back again. I'm your host, Jamila Oizam Hamajamu, and this is the Don't Be Afraid podcast. Welcome. So, on today's sit, on our chat today, I have with me Grace and Febechi. Hello.
Hiya.
Welcome. How is it coming down here?
It wasn't so stressful. It was
Really?
very simple. Yeah.
Oh, Febechi, how about you?
It's good to know Lagos.
Is a good day to always know Lagos because it always happen like every time. Before we go like into today, we have this culture where we just do like icebreaker questions. No, it's not a script or anything, just little funny questions.
Okay.
So, Febechi, if you could instantly become an expert in any field, what would it be? What field would it be?
Probably want to be a pilot.
Woo! I like that. Why?
I like to drive.
Yeah.
I always wondered what it would be like in the air.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Like really, really so cool. Grace, if you would have any superhero power, which one would it be?
I like to time travel.
Why are you for always time travel to where?
Like, you can't really predict the future, but if you know what happens in the future, then it will be an also superpower to be able to change things.
Change things.
Yeah.
That's another side. That's another side.
I wonder why they want to change things. Yeah.
That's
Somebody
true.
you know that like when you lose people, there's like a certain grief that makes you want to wish
That
that
it
you
could
had
come
a power
back.
like that. So
I can relate with that. There's a valid reason. So okay, guys, that's it. So to go to today's topic, we'll be talking about we're exploring looks maxing and why people change their looks and all of that. To start with, actually, what does look maxing mean? I don't think people even know the term.
yeah.
What does it mean?
I
to
think we
you?
didn't know it until it was
Brought to you, Ba.
Yeah.
So what do you think?
I think it's a touch of body dysmorphia.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're insecure about your body. There are a lot of things you want to change, and you obsessively try to change things about
Wow.
yourself.
Aren't we all?
Yeah, I think everyone has a touch of this and a touch of that. So
Do you, Febechi?
Damn.
I like that.
Well, like she said, there are days. I think it's like it comes to you. There's some days that you're like, damn, I'm fine.
I'm hot.
I'm
Phew.
I'm smoking.
This beauty is stunning.
Yeah,
Oh
and
my
you're like,
God.
this beauty is beauty, and you just step out with that confidence. And there are
Yes.
days that you just wake up and you're like, huh?
Which kind of person with
What
this?
really happened here?
what am I saying in the mirror?
Who is that?
They pay me. I mean, I'm
And then you find something to cover it up. So it's either a wig or some really serious makeup or some
Yeah.
lashes or
Waist trainer.
exactly something to suck
serious?
air away from. Take air away from you for a while. But I think there are moments of this for everyone, which I think it's normal or natural, really.
Yes.
Yeah, because I don't think that every day is a fantastic day.
On the norm, anyways.
You're human, so there are days that are good, on and off days. But I think for me, when it becomes an obsession is when every single day, every single part of you is a problem to you. Then then it becomes, for me, it's no longer
issue.
healthy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Why do people even do it anyway?
Just like everything in this world, everyone has come to a level where you require some validation from externals. It's not enough for you anymore to say to yourself, I'm good enough. You always hope that somebody can tell you, oh, you're good enough. Or the person says, oh, Grace, you're so pretty. And then you accept it. If the person also says to you, oh, Grace, that your nose is such a... And you're like... So you see, that's the thing. So even as a joke, you can't even try it these days.
Yeah.
Because they say, oh, now for joke we did no
personally.
clap. Now for
yes.
I'm like, I was just teasing, like, we just the yabby. You know how when as children, when we're growing up, we say you know all those funny things we used to crack ourselves up with your nose, your eyes, your legs, all of those things. We just used to laugh about it. But now, when you say it's someone, they're like, why are you? And I'm like, I'm on a joke. Just joke.
I remember as a kid, my primary school, then my teachers would tell me, your eyes is so big. You have frog eyes. And I never was really secure about my eyes because I was like, why are these people calling me frog eyes? And then I've seen a frog and I see the way their eyes are and it's so irritating. And they are blind. Now that I know that they are blind.
I don't see it.
I don't know if I was I don't know. My baby
Maybe
picture
you
was
grew
actually
into it.
yeah, I think maybe that also happened, but I was so insecure in my eyes. I would always not look at them and everything until I landed.
Period.
And period. And it's like the best thing that has ever happened to me, So from joke, I think people didn't know those things would always have an effect to people until when you now grow older and then you become so insecure about it and stuff. Yeah, but sorry that I cut you short. Keep going.
No, so that's the thing. It's just the validation. We've come to a time where we just want to be validated. You want people to say to you, oh, you're so pretty. I mean, there's stories of people who, when you see this person, you're like, oh, you're stunning. But in that moment of cyber conversations and somebody just drops a line, oh, you think you're all that. And interestingly, you have 50 comments of you're stunning. But all you take out of that whole conversation is that one line that says to you, you think you're all that. And then you go out and you're like, I'm not that shy. And then you're there, musing over it and, just going. And the mind is really, like they say, the devil's workshop. So yeah, just carrying on, just say, no, I can't do this anymore. I have to change something and something. And you're like there, and then you're pondering to yourself, what's next? Okay, I'll stop eating food from now on. Even if I eat, I'll find a way to get it out quickly.
Amen. She said, God have mercy on our soul.
So that's it. It's the validation, wanting external validation.
So that means that there should not be. I mean, people would always say that. Tell yourself in the morning, I'm beautiful, I'm gorgeous, I'm this, I'm that.
Fantastic.
So if we have to
Daily
get external validation, what's the point of the affirmation? Or is it that we are gaslighting ourselves to believe that?
So personally, I think aside from the validation, there's also this image the society has painted when it comes to body perfection and everything. Like everything we see online, all the images. Today we see this celebrity looking good. Tomorrow we see this one has this new hair, this one has this new car, and all of that. We don't have two heads now. I have one head, you have one head. And I start to think, how can I emulate this person, or how can I have what this person has? And it all comes down to the body difference. I see the celebrity with the
really
Coke
curvy,
bottle,
yes.
busy Fanta bottle.
Anyone, shape.
Yes, and I'm like, how do I get this? Do I have to start saving up for BBL? Saving sharp, but that's like one thing. The image the society has painted on body and body perfection is really, really crazy, and it gets crazier every day. That even young stars, like even secondary school students that have not even started life, they want to live that life already. Yeah,
and you mentioned the thing with BBL, even it was very subtle, and we know that is one of the things that people do to really anywhere you go like this.
Just
if
any
it's not
surgical procedure to maybe remove your tummy fat or that gas sleeve. Or gastric sleeve, or what do they call it?
I don't know.
They tie, gastric sleeve, where they tie their tummy so that if they are fat, they lose weight, and when they lose weight, they keep on losing weight without adding weight.
Are there more that people do? Like, I only know of BBL.
No, there's quite a number. There's some people have balloons.
Which one is
so
that?
So the balloon is supposed to almost like check your feeding.
Oh.
Yeah, so they insert it like it's literally
balloon. Insert it where?
But the difference is they tie it.
Yeah, so it's in your stomach or your
Okay.
sac or whatever. And so it's supposed to be one that as you consume, I mean, you can't consume past a certain level. So
You
you
just
really
feel
are
full.
in calorie deficits all of the time. So but again, there's one thing that people should realize, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
There's a reason why we're created the way we're created.
Preach.
It's true. And I say to people that the ear is where it is for a reason.
Yes.
The nose is where it is for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
The various body parts, and also even as people from various nationalities, we are structured differently for our weather, for our, everything. Like the reason behind creating a human being is very specific. And that's why when human beings begin to interfere with the natural occurrence of
the
your body, that nature finds a way to exit itself. And that's why we will begin to ask ourselves, why are there so many diseases in the world today compared to before? And that's because nature is finding its exit, because we've messed with nature in so many ways. So many ways. As human beings, all the parts of your body are aligned with you. Yeah? And if you say to yourself, oh, because of health reasons, I need to lose weight. Yeah? The natural ways to lose weight. I say to people, I agree with most people, and I agree with people like 100%. Food is comforting. I can't lie to you. A good plate of food will take any sorrow away from me. I know that. Yeah? But at the same time, human beings also have the capacity to be disciplined if they want to. Just the way we're talking about, if you have an appointment with the embassy, you will sleep there overnight because you are determined to get that thing. And I'm saying to you, if you know that your weight is a problem and you want to do something about it, you will definitely do something about it.
That is true. That is correct.
And you will do it naturally because you know that it's food. Part of your problem is food. Yeah, it's true. Part of your problem is food. And maybe your body system. Again, I say to people, when you are overweight, it's important that you go and make sure that all your organs are functioning properly. Because sometimes it might just be a health problem that you have not checked. And once you check it, then your weight will naturally leave your body because you addressed. Some people have thyroid issues, all those kind of, there's different things that are happening in your system that if you don't check it, you just continue to say, oh, I've tried, it's not happening, I've left, don't touch food again. But again, it's important to know those things first and then say to yourself, how am I able to? I know, again, people have gone into all of these various alternatives of body structuring.
Yes.
Because, it's a hustle. You have to make money. The doctors who have to make money, the aesthetics people have. So, we understand that. But it's important also for people to know the consequences of their actions from end to end.
Right.
Because I think some people don't even know. Just, okay, this person is doing it, so far I'll do it.
Yeah.
They don't know. I always say to people, it's important for you, if you're taking a decision, know the full extent of what you want to do.
Yeah.
And don't say because you have money. You can't use your money to collect troubles for yourself.
Word.
You shouldn't.
So, but I feel like there's a reason why these things happen. It could be, like we mentioned, insecurity, and people need to feel confidence in their skin. And if you feel like, I think my eyes are too big, I want to make them like Jujumpio's eye, cat's eyes or small eyes, I would feel really confident if I do that. That could also be a reason why people do some of these things.
Yeah, that's a reason, but the main thing now we're talking about is that some people are obsessed with it. It's when you are obsessed with it, that's when it becomes a problem.
But for them to be obsessed, there has to be a background story to it.
Okay, yeah. And that's one thing, but there are some
Could it
people
be
who
pressure?
are just...
Could it be society? Could it be social media? Could it be, what exactly could it be?
Well, I think personally for me, I would say that there are different categories of people when it comes to body. There are some that are affected by social media. Some is just insecurity and everything. Some low self-esteem and like a whole lot of factors. But the thing now is when you're able to overcome the urge to be obsessed with some kind of things when it comes to your body, then I feel like you have crossed a milestone, because it takes a whole lot of confidence and all of that to do that. Because it's really not easy, like going on social media, you say this one has done a body, you see Instablog is saying this one has gotten a car, this one sugar daddy. It's one thing or the other, really, but it takes a whole lot of confidence and strength to be able to just move past that and just be yourself. I really think that being yourself in itself is like a superpower. So if you feel like changing things about, okay, what if you change your eye shape, and if you're not doing it for yourself, if you are doing it for validation, what if you do it and then you still have people saying, this is your eye, you have changed it now, it's too tiny, are you going to go and change it again and make it bigger again?
Yes.
Then you change it, you make it bigger, people
Yes.
still complain.
Again.
Then you change it, you make it a medium size.
Yes.
And
It has
it
left its
continues.
natural
Yes,
state,
it
can't go
doesn't
back there
change it.
again.
Yes. So like it's something that continues. So if you start making a change now, there is an 80% chance that you're still going to make another change again, because it's addictive. Once you start, it's hard to stop.
That's really something. So how does social media influence what people think is unattractive or attractive?
You shouldn't be asking me about social media. True.
Why? I want to know why.
Going
It
to
sounds
break the
like
table.
she detests social media,
Ah.
and I want to know
break the
why.
table.
So you see, for me, social media, in fact, the whole media space, every form of media, is as much as it's supposed to be very helpful in the fundamental reason for its creation
Yes,
was supposed to be helpful. However, people have used it to propagate all of the things. You know when they say some people have tiny voices in their heads?
Yes,
Yeah?
we all do.
Yeah. You have that tiny voice in your head that keep telling you, and then you now have social media, you're like, thank God. It doesn't have to be a tiny voice in my head anymore. You now get a mic, lights, camera, action. And you go. You just spit it. And people are just saying, word,
I agree,
fact. Because that person too also has a tiny voice in their head that's been telling them these things too.
Yes.
And we continue. Then people who have the facts don't have microphone. That's my problem. The people that have facts are not carrying mic. So
That's why we have people like you.
So they now come, and after all of the gibberish, it's like it's mass media. So it just goes out there. And unfortunately, a lot of people are not formed. They don't have the foundation. So they would soak up everything.
Yeah.
If you had a foundation where you knew that, you were very clear as to what is right and wrong, from a very, like I said to people, when you say to somebody, your conscience cannot tell you, I say to the person, don't be telling people about conscience. Because if my conscience was formed on armed robbery, I cannot see armed robbery as a problem. So my conscience can't be my judge if that is the foundation on which I grew up, that armed robbery is cool.
It's cool.
Yeah? So we need to be saying to ourselves, what foundation is this thing on? And it's important that people back all of these things, because a lot of times when these social media things come up, nobody does a background check. Nobody comes back to say, that thing that person said is a lie. It just sort of fades away.
Yes, because there's been lots of information has buried it down.
Yeah, so it just fades away. And I'm saying, what happens to the child that has already picked up that layer and was not now privy to the remaining layers that have come after that?
Before, yeah.
What would happen to that person? The person has gone away with this formation that, this is the gospel truth, and I'm going to live by it. Yeah, we mentioned something about okay, you make the first change because you saw it on Lagbaja. Then the next day you view another Mr. M. Mr. M has a change. You're like, I can do this too. And unfortunately, nobody tells you the full story as
People
to
don't
what
really say the full story.
exactly.
They only give you bits, the sweet bits of
Yeah,
that
they give you
think
the
you'd
juice.
Like. Yes.
You know, and like
Just
you're
the
like
end product.
yeah, just the end product, and you're like, oh, you're so enticed. You know, yeah, just like how I say to people, oh, you can't tell somebody, oh, I made money selling pure water. You have to tell the person, who did you meet? Because it's the connect that you had to the sale of your pure water that made you blow. Because someone has been selling pure water too since now. But the person probably didn't have the connection that you had. Maybe you had a connection that gave you 100 businesses to supply pure water to. But you've been selling your pure water quietly in your garage. You know, you've not been able to reach.
Wow.
So those are the things. I'm an advocate of give the full picture from start to finish, so that you can walk me through that journey, and I can say to you, I can say to myself, maybe it's not for me, or maybe it's for me. You can do those things so that I can take an informed decision, not a decision based on the frivolities that you've put before me as the end product. You've not walked me through that process. You've not let me know, there's some serious downside to this thing. But anyway, I did it, and the consequences I will have to live with. You don't say those things to me.
Yeah.
You don't tell people about the pain. You don't tell people about the money. You don't tell people about all of those things. And that's why people go there.
Struggles.
Yeah. And unfortunately, they also don't tell the stories of people that have died.
Yeah.
The stories of people that have died doing these things are not in the media.
I think that is just beginning to come. I know a couple
It's
of
been coming out.
I've seen on Insta blog and other blogs that this person died who was doing
Yeah.
his something surgery.
So that's the
There's
thing
one
now.
that we still don't know about.
that we don't know about. Yeah.
Interestingly, if we begin to dig into that data, we'll realize the numbers of deaths are more than the success rates. But doctors don't also, the practitioners of these things do not want to also spoil their business. So they're not going to come out with those conversations. And some people are, and again, because some people are also ashamed of what they've gone to do.
I mean, why feel ashamed? It's something that you're not comfortable with and you want to change it so you can build your confidence. Why are you ashamed?
You are ashamed because
the
result is not resulting now. And you can't come out and now come and say, how much I've spent, and at the end it's not working out.
Forgive.
You have to
It's not giving what's supposed to give. So this is it's just, I think for me it's the lack of sincerity. I think if things were more sincere on the media, for people to take, totally informed decisions, then I think I won't mind, people coming to talk about all of these things. Because the reason for the intelligence that God has blessed us with is to be able to, come up with ways of solving problems. Yeah. And interestingly, aesthetic surgery for a lot of people was born out of a necessity that came as a result of health issues. So for example, some people had burns.
Yes.
Very serious burns, and they needed to, be able to regraft and all of those things. Those were the reasons for which these things were bettered. Not because somebody just said, my nose. Yeah, it's not out of the insecurities. It was born out of a health need.
Yes.
A health need to help people have a new lease of life after
they feel like it's over.
Yeah. And that was the reason. But, as human beings, we need to
change everything and put it in a new dimension.
Need to work it for us. So, we're here with social media. It's here.
Do you have anything to add?
Well, I think she has said it
all.
Yeah.
Do you feel like dating apps have a play in this? I'll tell you why. There was this ad, I can't remember the brand. There was this ad that I saw that the lady was supposed to go on a date, and then she was scared. She went to the restaurant. She was like, I'm a speck. And she went out and she saw the guy and she was like,
Oh yeah,
is this you?
Too.
And he's like, not me now. She was like, no, I'm making a shift there, and she went. So
and then he asked everybody in the crowd,
like, I mean, no be this, and they were like, yeah. And that is like one. There's a dating app that I joined, and I was supposed to meet the person, and I looked at this profile picture I'm seeing. It looks like really edited and stuff. Not like anything was wrong with him, anyways. But when we eventually saw, it was dark and he was waving at me, and I'm like, "Are you the one that is waving at me?" He said, "Yes, now it's me now." I said, "Okay," but I was really scared because you just met for the first time. I'm like, okay. I had to make sure he was the one before I went to him, and I was like, Abi, do I look different? I said, no, it's just that, I mean, you look the same and stuff, but I mean, you get where I'm driving at. Is it that dating apps actually have a play in things like this?
Personally, I think for dating apps, what people do is they catfish. So like you could see me, I could be very slim,
yes,
with the BBL and everything, but then you see me in person and I'm just like this. Yeah.
Why did you say that way?
I just had to. So like it's like that. I don't really think dating apps have like a play, except you meet someone on the dating app and the person promotes it to you that, oh, you look beautiful, you look really good if you maybe just work on your hip deep, or you work on your butt, a lot of things like that.
Align the sides to align together.
Yeah, so but if it's not, I don't really think like it directly affects like how people view themselves. Is when maybe celebrities or like some rich people come out and be like, oh, I made my first million when I went on the dating app. I met this guy. This one. The only thing that I think that would affect is like people want to join the app so that they can meet their
needs.
Meet their future Mr. or meet someone who is going to sponsor them or spoil them, that sort of thing, or maybe sponsor the BBL or something.
Right, BBG.
So no, it doesn't directly
I don't.
affect.
Well, dating apps have always been a scam.
Yeah.
In the sense that when I mean a scam, I mean you always is your best picture that you are going to put there. Like, you cannot just take selfie at the backyard and just drop it in. Who is going to answer you?
If
Tell
it's
me.
the phone that I'm using at the time and I needed to take the selfie call.
Wait now. So unfortunately,
but it's true. It's the best picture because it's the best picture.
It's your best picture. In fact, if possible, it's even studio picture. You cannot even use best camera. You go to a studio and say, I need headshot for dating app, and those ones they will work it for you.
Okay, that's extreme.
When you go to Instagram and check your images with the most like and use it. That's what I do.
That's another one.
That's new.
I like this one. I like this one. It's secret. It's outside there now. It's outside. Yeah. So, but again, like I said, it's the best. It's your best picture, and usually you're not dressed like that all the time.
Yeah,
you don't have that kind of makeup all the time. You don't, that kind of thing. And yes, when you finally meet each other, again, like I said to people, it's appearances, and I say it's important.
Yes,
and that's why I say to people, it's not about the makeup. It's not about the hair. Yeah, it's about presenting yourself properly at all times. Yeah. That's really critical. And a friend of mine always says to me, Fibechi, you have to dress like if you met someone, you won't be embarrassed.
Yes, that is correct.
Do you understand? You have to you have to turn up
good
perfect
always.
All the time. It's not about, okay, did you have makeup on or not? No, it's just be clean. Be clean, be presentable. That's all. Whether your hair is in cornrows or whether you have a wig or a weave or whatever it is, but just be presentable. And that's why I think that when you meet somebody on a dating app, I don't think all of those things. But now, before it was you just wanted to see the person's face. Now, dating apps, I think they now want your full
picture.
Yeah.
And if you now present, I mean, if a guy is looking for a girl who is ample, and you present him with an ample picture, and the day he finally meets you, are not ample.
Oh, yeah, too ample.
He's not interested anymore. That's the truth. Because he looked at you and it was your body that so that's what I'm saying that's why for me, dating apps should stay with the face. Meet the person, interact with the person, and take your decision. As against meeting a body and saying, is this body I'm looking for? And then you meet the body. So, yeah, dating may be very little, very little, but I don't think that they're the main reason for why people decide to
do what they do.
To do what they do.
Yeah.
To do what they do.
Okay. So I think a year ago, I don't know. I think it should be a year ago. I don't know where I saw this thing. I can't remember where exactly, but I saw that people are naturally insecure with their face and my face is not good, blah blah blah, and then you go on Snapchat and use this filter and like, damn, girl, you're fine. And then you see that, okay, because you like what you've seen, you post and everybody's really giving you the comment and all of that, and you get so used to taking pictures with filters, you leave out your natural face. Me, I use Snapchat a lot. I like to use the filters too, but I think I am pro remain in your natural this thing. My younger sister, she has acne on her face, and I know that any small thing, Jamila, my face is this. Okay, use aloe vera. She uses, it's not working. Okay, use this. I know that it's disturbing her, and because I know what I know now, that this thing will not forever remain on your face. So when I was still in secondary school, I had bastard pimples on my face. It was so much. What did I not use? I can't even remember the stuff I used, and I don't know if I was insecure about it. I know I didn't like it, but I mean my face is nobody would. I don't have that much pimples anymore, so I know that it will go, and because I'm aware of this thing, you have to that this thing you're so bad about, it will go. I want you to be confident in your skin now, so that when you get there, you don't get, because anytime they take my phone, take pictures, it's Snapchat they're going to straight. And what filter do they use? The one that'll clear every single people away from our face. You understand? So I think that this thing is, most of the young kids that I know growing up, if you see their pictures and videos online, it's mostly filtered photos. On TikTok, it is in fact you won't even know what is real TikTok, and what isn't anymore. I'd have loved to trade to you, but I really want to trade to you but you don't like social media. But I'll still trade to you. What do you think? How do we build confidence in children so they don't, because I mean that the generations are coming up now, how do we build confidence in them so they don't get so, I mean, use filter for the fun of it, but still learn to stay in your original state.
So children,
yes,
they are really in a bad place. In a bad place because they see all the filters.
They do.
Nothing seems real for them anymore. And again, I guess that's it's trying to build that confidence in children that has become, unfortunately, it's now strictly for the parents. Unlike before, when, like they say, the community raises the child. When someone notices something about your child, they're able to speak up about it and all that. But now, parents are also saying to them, leave my child alone. For me. And that's also causing the problem, because children are now exposed to so much at a very young age, even involuntarily.
Yes.
It's not like they go actively looking for
it's just out of curiosity.
It's just there. It's there. It just pops up. It shows. It just is all over the place. And it's to continue to help them. Like I say, how you're speaking to your sister, to say it would go. It's part of life. It's part of growing up.
It's a phase.
It's a phase. This is me. A lot of times, that's why I say to people, it's nice to have pictures, because a lot of times they think that you're just boboing them. If you had a picture of you with all of your acne then, and you show her and say to her, that was me and this is me, it's going to go. Yeah. But a lot of, like everything now, everybody wants the quick
way out.
Nobody wants the process. The process is too long. Can you tell me I rub aloe vera? It's too long. Just need to be able to take this picture. I look sharp, beautiful. I post it. People like it. I move.
Sorry, you know, and then sorry, there's this day recently. I don't know who introduced them to it. I mean, there's so much AI stuff out there now. And then she's like, her friends they're testing their pictures online. And then she sent me, I just saw the pop of my phone, and I'm like, Rafia, who is this? She said, it's me. My friend sent my pictures to my friend. They did it with AI because it's like someone else's body. But her face is on it, and it so looks like her. And she was so confident and happy. She was telling me, I was like, Rafia, this thing you're doing, me, I don't like it. Oh, I don't like it. And I could see the confidence that she's like, when I grow up, I'm going to be so fine. Like, I'm not going to have pimples on my face. This, that. And it was just, I at that point, I just didn't even know what to say to her because I don't talk, I don't tire.
Yes, you talk, you tire. But that's the truth. I think a lot of times at the end people finally would have to take like there's certain things that you can't do for people. Like you can't say you have confidence, you can't do it for somebody. You can't say confidence, take it. No, it's not one of those things.
Yes,
you say people can build their confidence, and that's how you have motivational speakers who would ginger you every day.
Yes,
but more, it still doesn't put money in your pocket. It doesn't make you confident. It's just something that you look in the mirror, you speak to yourself, oh, I can do all things, but are you doing all things? Not really. Yeah, but it's also how you know how they say be content.
Yes,
that's something that a lot of humans don't have.
Yeah,
because if you were content in the whole sense of it, you are able to, every part of you, no matter how insignificant it is, you would be happy. You would find the joy in it. You will find the use for it. You would, although, and that's why a lot of times, we keep looking for the thing that we don't have. Meanwhile, the one that we have, we're not appreciating it until you see someone who doesn't have that thing that you have. And it's always for a fleeting moment. You're like, oh, and that's the end.
Yes.
Again, but you're going again and say, I don't have $1 million. However, somebody hasn't eaten in 3 days.
3 days.
You've had 3 meals, 3 days. You're still looking for that $1 million because that's it for you, because you're like chopping every day. They chop them. What I need. So, and that's the thing again with these children. You can't be tired. You're going to continue to speak because you know how there's the voice in their head. You need to be that voice in their head.
Okay.
You need to be that voice in somebody's head. That voice that is discerning for that person. So that in the midst of all of the chaos, there's that voice. Like certain things that I do these days, and it's because of somebody who has been drumming some things into my head. Like my friend always says to me, Febechi, you have to dress in a certain way. So there's no way I can be caught dead outside not looking sharp because of this, my friend. Like
sharp woman.
Do you understand? I have to like, even if I'm going to be wearing t-shirt and jeans, but if you see me, just know, say this girl bath, she brush her teeth, she go by hair. Sharp. That's it. Never be caught on fresh. Do you understand? And if you have it in your head, so that's why that voice, and that's why you can't stop talking to someone, particularly if you have children, ward, or people who look up to you.
Yes.
You're supposed to keep up with that voice so that you'll be that little voice that keeps whispering the words of wisdom in the midst of that chaos that they hear every day, to say to themselves, everything will be all right. It's going to go away. Your face will be fresh again. All of those things. Your body parts are this. It's just baby fat. You will lose it. You are going to go to secondary school soon. You will stretch. You will do this.
Yes.
All of those things in their heads. Because my son too, he's on the chubby side, and he's not tall. Yeah. Yeah. So he has friends who are giants. And every time he walks into the class, everybody's like, are you sure you're at the same age with us? And I have to keep talking to him to say, bros, your mama no tall now. Where you want get them? I'm living in the world. You can live in the world too. Don't mind these people. And then I have to start looking for people who are
Your size.
older. No,
Okay,
people who are older than I am, who are also not tall, who are men. So that because I'm a woman, you go, they look and say, Madam, you're a woman, don't need this height, but me as a guy. So I start looking for those kind of people in his life and people that I can relate with and say, and meanwhile, that guy is still saying money plenty. So at least he knows that more height is not, it doesn't mean that you're not sharp.
Justice for short people.
Just show him whiskey. The money is there. Everything is there.
So I said to him that, do yourself. Just enjoy every moment. Those things, I have to say it constantly because you can see that the noise is a lot.
Yeah,
there's a lot of noise. And every day they're looking for that. A lot of them are looking for validation. And it's important that you continue to be that validation for them as regards the things that they have.
Yeah, gas them up.
Yeah, you have to just continue to give them that ginger to say to them, you are, particularly because he is also, like, I said to him that, Oga, just bear in mind that your schoolwork is very important. All this one people are saying is peripheral, please. Are you passing in class? Say yes. I don't see you passing in class. Say not really. I say, you see, that's why they're looking for something to make you feel bad about. I say they're making you feel bad so that you can now start getting distracted and then leave what you're supposed to be facing and go and be facing heights. Omo, we continue to give you beans. We'll hope for the best for you.
Oh my God, why did you say that? Why did you say that? God.
No, but because a lot of times when he comes, I need to make him laugh because he comes with serious feel like, this thing is a serious matter. We're going to, and I'm like, guys, not that serious. Beans eating is an option.
Well, beans doesn't really work, though.
Does it? God,
we collect bobo, no be small.
No, but those are the things that our parents, because any child growing up didn't like beans. They had to give you ginger to eat the beans now. Beans cannot waste in the house, so height is an option. Guys, chop beans, you grow tall.
So guys, your parents are gonna lie to you to eat beans so that I can grow tall, but for the sake of record purpose, it's a lie.
Don't mind them. It's healthy eating. Beans is very important to the whole process,
but not for height. Oh my god. Have you had like any personal experience with like look maxing before?
Well, I'd say I battle it like most of the time. I personally like it's personal, but like I seek validation a whole lot. I like it when people tell me, "Oh, you look good," and then I tell them, I feel like I'm fat. My stomach. For your size, your stomach is okay. Yeah, don't stress about it. Zayn knows she's one of my hype men, so like I get like that a lot. But sometimes I just scare myself. I'm like, fuck it. There are a whole lot of people that look way worse
than you, right?
When I scroll through TikTok, I'm seeing someone on wheelchair because they're overweight, and or someone younger than me and their tummy is on their leg. Like we're the same people. Like we're all people. But like there are some things that set us apart. So like I'm grateful for the little things. So I try to learn how to embrace the little things and like the things that God is doing for me, or the things that like I'm grateful for. Being alive at all is just one of it.
It's one of it.
Yeah, that's something for me.
I think I've always struggled with height. I swear, if there's now I will not do it because I'm embracing my height. I've embraced my height. But before.
You wanted to do
if there's any way to increase my height, I'm going to do it.
There's actually a procedure.
But I'm not going to do it now because
painful.
Short people are very stubborn and we are cute, so I'm embracing my identity. Favorite, why are you laughing? And I have friends that used to yab me that, oh my God, you're so short. They know themselves. They'll watch and they will know. Guilty conscience will catch them.
That used to send me memes of
short people.
Yes, why?
We should block them and send them out of the world.
Honestly.
Justice for short people.
I don't
understand. It's just your height. My height.
Oh my God, why did you say?
So you can imagine what I've been told for me to arrive at this.
This, right?
Yeah.
So I feel you are so mean with your comments. No, that I'm not complaining, because I've taken it anyways. I've accepted who I am.
Period.
Febechi, what do you want to say? Say now.
No, I there's something she said which happens a lot.
Okay.
Which is, if you're paid a compliment,
yes,
you find everything that is wrong with you to project.
Yes.
And I'm wondering,
not basking in your feminine
why
energy.
don't you freaking take the compliment and even do a swag with it? Like if someone says your hair is fine, you're like, oh man, thank you very much. And you take, but now you say, oh, this hair I just even buy, you know, even too fine. And I'm like, oh boo, why was the problem? Don't collect it, enjoy it.
Bask in your feminine energy, you guys.
It's not even about, it's not,
and your masculine energy too.
It's really the general thing about compliment and how people accept it. It's amazing. I don't know why, but it's something that happens all over. I used to do it. Then after one time, someone said to me, "But why do you?" I'm like, no, sometimes I'm just shy. I'm trying to take away the attention.
I'm not comfortable or something.
But like, okay. But if we not tell you go still vex. I say yes. So we don't tell you now. Why won't you not take it?
Just take it.
And I'm like, okay. So now when people just say, "If you look nice," I'm like, oh, thank you very much. So I just accept it and move on. If I'm shy, really shy, and because sometimes some people actually drag it, so they keep you at center of attention, and then everybody's on it. No. So when those ones start happening, it's better for you to just start shifting and find a way to escape, but not to start trying to belittle that thing that has been said about you. I don't think it's cool. I think it's for all you know, a lot of people say that to also help your day. Yeah. And if you take it down from where it was, it doesn't exactly. It doesn't deliver on what the person wants or sets out to do for you. That's my thought about it. But again, height matter. I have friends who cannot be caught without heels because they say they are short. So they can't be caught without heels. I always want that
as an escape, but
I'm like, you're just killing your ankle. Do you understand? Like you're literally. I mean, every now and then I say to myself, "Oh, if I was taller, balasha." I'm like, but you're not taller now. Embrace it, enjoy yourself.
At all.
Like enjoy yourself.
If you don't want it,
enjoy yourself. You can maneuver certain places that other people cannot maneuver. So, my dear, enjoy. You know, that kind of thing. But again, like I said, there are days that you feel a certain way about yourself, which is fine. You're human. There are days you wake up and you're like, oh, today is not that day. And the days you wake up and you're like, oh, you're dressing to the teeth, like everything on points.
Smashing, slaying.
Some days you're like, whoa. Today is the day that I just throw this on. I'm clean, it's washed, it's neat, it's tidy. We go. So, I mean, those are the things. It's really, it's people every day. Like I say to people, it's the little steps, the little drops of water, the little sacrifices. So I said, if you say to yourself, oh, I think I'm overweight, it's fine to think it. But when it now begins to dictate how your day is, that's when it becomes a problem. For me, I'm saying to myself, if I'm overweight, what do I have to do? This and this and this are the steps to take. So today I try. Probably manage to put in a few steps more than I did yesterday. I clap for myself. Today I didn't eat that chocolate, or I took only half. That's another success.
Yes, a win is a win, no matter how little.
Because gradually you would get to a point where you've embraced those little actions. And you can't see yourself doing more than half this. Even at a point you're like, I can't even do without it. But if tomorrow you go and take a full bar, don't kill yourself. It's today. Tomorrow. So it's the thing is for me, it's setting the goal every day. Not saying to yourself, oh, because I failed yesterday, I'm not going to try again tomorrow. No. You're going to keep trying until you get to a point where, like, I mean, a lot of people say to me, Febechi, how are you able to work out 6 times a week? And I say, even I don't even know how I'm able to work out 6 times a week. Because there was a point in my life where I didn't used to try it. I can't even try it. But COVID came. I was in my house. I was stuck. I had hours between work or just generally stuck. And I realized I started working out. And it was 10 minutes. I'll just follow somebody on YouTube, do gijigitada. But now, I can't see myself waking up in the morning and not getting into my gym clothes and working out.
Working out.
It's not. I just feel like something. I have not done something. You know how you feel like a piece of clothing is not.
Yes.
That's how I feel now, and I didn't think I could ever feel like. And when people say to me, "Oh, it's so hard," I say, "Yes, even me, it's so hard." I'm like, no, this alarm. It's not going
sorry.
off. I'm sorry. But after the first 2 snoozes, I'm like, Febechi, you still know that you're going to do this. And I actually get out. And I didn't think that I was able to, but I've come to, and then it didn't happen overnight.
Yeah.
It's 3-4 years of every day.
Consistency.
And there are days I say to myself, I'm not doing. And you just find how you say to yourself, how am I going to be able to judge or be able to be accountable? For me, I take pictures. I do a selfie every time I finish working out with my sweat. And every week, I do a collage. And it tells me,
yes,
you made 6.
Yes.
You didn't make 6. You made 4. Okay, next week we'll try again. And that's just me finding ways to be accountable to myself. And that's the same thing that goes for anything, whether it's business, whether it's studies, whatever it is. Because every day is not a good day. But we just need to find steps as to how. So whether someone is saying to you, you're fat, you're slim, because again, that's another option. They say you're too skinny. Because it's not even about the chubby people. It's actually, do you understand? It's just telling you, you're too skinny. There's no meat on your body self.
Just bone.
Exactly. And I say to people, you don't know what people are going through. For all you know, that person who you say is overweight is ill. That person you say is skinny is ill. You don't know what they've been through.
Yeah.
So you can't come now and just be saying to someone, you're fat, you're slim, you're this, you're that.
Yeah.
You don't know the underlying factors. For some people, it's not about food. Some people know they see food chop.
Yeah.
But there's still a certain size. So all of those things put together is what people, because, the fact that some people can conceive in their heads because of their own insecurities, begin to project certain things on certain people. For example, because nobody likes me or nobody wants to date me, I'm going to make sure that all of you stay miserable. And then you begin to say, this one is fat, this one is this one is that. And then you begin to say, this is the spec for the world for beauty and all that.
Yeah.
And that's because I, Febechi, say, because nobody likes me, nobody's going to like everybody. Therefore, I'm going to preach a gospel. And you start it, and everybody's listening to you. So those are the things. It's really about contextualizing a lot of these things and people understanding who they are. And I think that's the problem. A lot of us don't know who we are.
Yeah.
We want other people to tell us. And for as long as we continue to wait for that to happen, these projections are continuing to weigh heavily on us. We're going to continue to want someone to say to us, you are slim, or you are fat, or your nose is too big. You're collecting all the hair in the room. Your ear is standing.
Yes.
You have to be wearing a scarf.
You
cover your ears so that people don't know how. I'm like,
standing your ears.
Just different things. Your hand is too short. I'm like, what's the problem with my hand? Okay. Your hand is too short. Your nails are this. So many things. Human beings.
Because people call me T-Rex. They say I'm a T-Rex.
Oh, wow.
I have someone who calls me a T-Rex.
Okay.
Can you see? So we just have names for everything. But again, I've said to people, we need to find a way to make a Mickey of everything that is said to us. And that's the only way we can move on. When people say things to you, you switch it. You joke about it. I know, yes, I always say to people, if you catch me on a bad day, don't tell me rubbish. Because I'm not able to flip it. I will just give it back to you hot. And God help me that I've not been conceiving things about you in my head before that day. Because that day, I will give it to you. You collect it hot. But again, I usually walk away from those kind of people on the days I'm not in the mood. Because I can't take those words back.
Yeah.
I can't take them back. And I know that if I give you, I'll give you hot. And I can't take them back. I can't come back and say, I was just joking. No. It's late. Because when I'm saying it is...
don't pour.
It's hot.
Exactly. And that's why I just walk away and, I collect it and go and do. But people are mean. You're right. Fundamentally. Like the things that people spit. Sometimes when I read comments,
Hey.
God.
On behalf of the person,
Hey,
On
God.
on behalf of the person, I'm like, they should shut down this whole comment section. It's
Exactly.
not supposed to be happening. To human beings, your own
Be wishing
People-
death. It's really
People be
crazy
projecting
for
their
small-
opinions on you
small
like
little
this, and I'm
things.
like,
and the people that are projecting these things are
when you check them,
tiny rats,
warriors.
yes,
rats.
the times on previous episodes that we had that I went to, somebody called me a mumu. I think somebody called us a mumu. And I'm like, why are you insulting us? We did not do anything. And when I clicked to check their profile, I'm like, is this who is insulting somebody? Is this person okay?
No, but it's nice to want to talk. Some people just think that they are funny. But again, I'm saying like I always say to people around, I say, okay, this thing you said, if it's said to you, would you like it?
They wouldn't.
If you will not
don't
like
mind.
it, so why would you say it?
It just came out. The thing just came out.
Exactly. And I'm saying you see, I can understand when something falls out of your mouth, but I can't understand when you type something, because you have the opportunity
process
to
it.
read it again before clicking send. And you still click send, meaning that you conceived it,
It was intentional.
arranged it well, put the things together, and still pushed it out.
Yeah.
I can understand, speech,
Yeah.
because you just blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
First thoughts, but this one you wrote it down. So for me, those ones I feel are just stronger,
Yeah.
and that's the thing. People are able to now go back to those kind of comments and read them again,
I feel
and
bad.
further feel bad, and continue to have those things rolling in their head.
You should probably lock their comment section or something.
No, but the thing is that why would you want to lock your comment section? Yeah, because again, and that's why some people are not on social media. You won't find them anywhere.
Are you?
Because yes, I am.
Okay.
You won't want to find them anywhere because you're posting those things because you want people to like it and all
Yeah.
those things.
Interact.
Yeah, interact with it. Yeah, people have gone private because of these kind of things, because they're like, oh, let me just keep my number. I know
only
these
their
people. Only
Yes.
my family and
Yeah.
friends, my precise friends.
Mm-hmm.
And these friends, again, maybe if you've not spoken to them in a long time, you go and check their profile before you accept their request.
Yeah.
Yes.
Before you go and introduce
In
chaos
person to
into
space.
your
space, yeah.
So those are people who cannot, they've narrowed those things, and I appreciate those things. But unfortunately, if you're in the public space as
Like a celebrity or something.
yeah, I mean, you're a movie actor, you're this, or you have to sell your market. You have to be
It's
out there.
unavoidable.
It's unavoidable because that's where you meet people who come to buy market. People are aware of you. You can say to them, oh, I offer this service. And again, you can decide it's all about my work here. I'm not going to talk about anything private. But unfortunately, if your life is so outside, even if you don't talk about it, they will help you bring it.
They'll help you.
They will bring it there. They say in the DM on an unrelated post.
Yeah.
They say, you are aware that we're aware that you are a bad
So
person.
really.
I'm like, but that's not this picture now. What are you
Yes.
doing here? But again, he has brought, or she
Yes.
has brought other people.
And people would read
Now
it.
be tagging
yes.
them. Come see.
Come and see.
Come
see
I'm
something.
like, come and see what now. But we're in the social media era. I think I don't. That's why when people in some countries say, "Oh, they banned," I'm like, you don't know what the Lord has done for you people.
For you people.
Because to be honest, yeah, I know that they'll say to them, "Oh, it's certain," because I mean, people have become successful because of social media.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the truth. They've made money. They've had people buy their goods and services because of social. And I'm not going to take that away. And that's the truth. People are making money just creating content and all of those kind of things. But again, this kind of things about your body and all of the projections that cause people to be suicidal.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of those things are things that are happening real time for so many people.
But then, I mean, to wrap it all up, I think that people need to be really intentional with the things they say to their fellow people, fellow humans, and be kind. Sometimes it's just really none of your business, so just shut up. Or if you have to even talk, at least just first of all, use your brain and think. Coco think, no, is it should I say, I should not say it? Then if you like, okay, it makes sense in my head, then you talk, but at least be polite with it before you say anything, because you don't know how far your words actually gets to the bone of people. It might be a joke to you, but then on the other inside, it's really, really serious and delicate to them, you know. So yeah, I mean, we've come to the end of today's episode. Unfortunately, I would have loved for us to keep going because Febechi is dropping hits and bangers for us, but
she
then
looks like she has a lot more to say.
You know, exactly. So, but then again, thank you guys
See
so
as
much.
when they gang up on top person head. Lord is my
Savior.
backbone. I don't understand how two of I become best friends, besties all of a sudden.
We're kind of like Gen Z.
There's a synergy.
So, yes, the synergy, and
now me no come synergy. I'm not synergy.
Synergize with us.
Oh wow! I see. This is how they used to behave.
No,
this is how they.
We don't understand. No. We don't understand.
This is behave.
We don't.
No problem.
But then again, thank you so much for coming. It's been so lovely to have you. Thank you for
me. Thank you
for the insightful talk, really. And you guys, don't tell us that you're Momo in the comment section. We'll fight
Please,
you.
I beg.
I will fight you. I can fight.
Wow. Grace says
cry.
she's emotional.
Me, I say I can fight.
Jamila,
If you want to see me fight, just tell me that I'm Momo in the comment section again. You will see me.
Don't tell me my breast is small.
Oh wow.
You heard her, right? But then again, thank you. Follow us on our social media.
I'm traumatized. Just for the records, I'm traumatized.
Follow us on our social media page, DBA_podcast on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. And you can drop your comments. Feel free. Thank you. Toodles.